So, if you're in the transformational space, a coach, a retreat leader, a wellness guide, you know this feeling. It's that weird tension between the deep, meaningful work you do and the need to, well, market it. Today, we're going to dive into how AI can actually help with that. We'll be using some great insights from Vishnu Harshan to explore how you can smooth out the marketing process without sacrificing that authentic voice you've worked so hard to cultivate. Yeah, this probably looks familiar, right? Your work is all about presence and connection, but then the marketing side of things can feel so transactional, almost pushy. It's a really common struggle, and it's exactly what we're going to get into today. And this right here, this is the tug of war. On one hand, your entire business is built on authenticity, on being present with people. But on the other hand, the internet marketing world tells you that you need constant visibility, endless repetition. It feels like you're being pulled in two completely different directions. It's because of this tension that a tool like AI can feel, frankly, a little threatening. It just seems like another step toward automation, another thing pulling us away from the human-to-human connection that's at the heart of everything we do. And this is the big fear, isn't it? That you'll feed your deeply personal, hard-won wisdom into a machine, and it'll spit out generic, soulless content. It's a completely reasonable fear. But what if we've been thinking about AI all wrong? Okay, so let's try a big reframe here, a totally new way of looking at this. What if we stopped thinking of AI as a creator, and instead we started seeing it as a mirror? This is the absolute core idea we need to grab onto. AI doesn't have its own ideas. It doesn't have its own wisdom or integrity. It is simply a megaphone. It takes whatever you give it and makes it louder. It reflects your thinking. And here's what that looks like in practice. It's pretty simple, actually. If you approach AI with fuzzy, unclear ideas, what do you get? Amplified noise, just more confusion. But, and this is the exciting part, if you start with clear, aligned thinking, AI becomes this incredible tool for amplifying your coherence, for making your message land with so much more impact. So let's give AI a new job title. It's not your content creator. It's your articulation aid. Its whole job is to lower the barrier, to reduce the friction between the deep wisdom you already have in your head and the words you need to share it with the world. It helps you say what you already mean. So if AI is just an amplifier, that means the most important part of this whole process, it has nothing to do with AI. It's all about what you do before you even think about writing a single prompt. This is it, the one and only rule. You have to get clear first. That's not negotiable, because AI follows your lead. It never leads you. If you try to skip this step, all you're doing is asking a machine to amplify your own confusion. It's a recipe for frustration. So, how do we get that clarity? Well, we start by asking better questions. Like, what problem does your retreat really solve? Underneath it all, what is the actual, tangible transformation someone walks away with? And this one's huge. Who is this retreat not for? Getting clear on that is where the magic really starts. Okay, so you've done the deep thinking. You've sat with those questions. You're feeling clear. Now what? How can AI actually help you get those clear thoughts out into the world? Let's get practical. Let's talk about landing pages. Instead of a generic prompt like, write a sales page, you feed it your clarity. You use it to help you structure the flow of the page, turning your ideas into a story that gently and authentically invites the right person in. And what about ads? They can feel so aggressive. But what if you used AI to help you write copy that leads with empathy? You could prompt it to draft an ad that actually acknowledges a person's hesitation, something that says, I know you might be skeptical, and that's okay. That's a completely different energy, right? Email is such a personal channel. AI can be a fantastic partner here, mainly for consistency. It can help you structure your welcome emails or your follow-up sequences so you're not burning out, constantly trying to reinvent the wheel, but you're still showing up with your core, clear message every time. See, when you look at it this way, a pattern emerges. For every application, there's a goal that's rooted in integrity. It's not about being faster or louder. It's about supporting your expression. It's about showing up consistently and clearly without draining your energy. All right, this might just be the most important part of this whole conversation. How do we make sure that while we're using this tool to reduce friction, we don't accidentally sand down our own unique voice in the process? First, let's talk about what not to do. Don't use AI before you're clear. Don't just copy and paste without deep editing. And please, don't chase speed over depth. If your marketing starts to feel off or inauthentic after using AI, it is so tempting to blame the tool. But here's the thing. AI didn't create the noise. It just revealed a lack of clarity that was already there. So here's how you protect yourself. These are the rules of the road. Read every single word AI generates out loud. Does it actually sound like you? Then edit it into your own spoken language. Inject your specific stories, your lived experiences. And most importantly, you have to trust your gut. AI is just making suggestions. You are the final editor. You decide what feels aligned. That's how your voice stays yours.
And that really brings us home. This quote says it all, doesn't it? The goal is not to get better at prompting AI. The goal is to get better at thinking clearly about the value you provide. AI is just a tool that can help you share that clarity with the world without burning yourself out in the process.
So let's end on this thought. Just forget about the technology for a second. If you had a magic wand that could perfectly express the deepest truth about your work, what is the one clear thing you would want to say right now? Whatever that is, that's your starting point.